Hey, welcome to this Windows channel, and this is the tech news update for Monday, March 28th, 2016. And on this Easter Monday, we have news that the next iPhones could actually have an even bigger screen, as they are talking that some pictures, apparently taken from a Chinese manufacturer, kind of show that there is, or there could be in the next iPhones, a 5.8 inch version, which will make it even bigger than the iPhone 6s. So that's going to be interesting to see, and of course, that will probably happen later this year. Usually, the refresh of iPhones is somewhere in September, so we'll see what happens this year. Well, Build 2016 is on our way, and it starts this Wednesday, March 30th, and ends Friday, April 1st. This is basically Microsoft's big yearly event for developers, but you know what? Even for the consumer, there's a lot of stuff that's going to happen, and it's going to be very, very interesting to see what Microsoft will announce here. Keynote number one on Wednesday will be Windows and more consumer related. And we're hoping to have even a new number of how many installs of Windows 10 we are now at. On day two, second keynote will be about Azure and all the cloud services of Microsoft. And there will be a small one on day three, but usually the last day is when they kind of, start basically uh, wrapping up everything, and it's a much slower day. So it's going to be interesting to see the announcements this week. One of the announcements that we might have this week, and actually there's a lot of talk about this, is that apparently the live tiles in Windows 10 are about to become extremely interesting and with very groundbreaking new features that have been asked by users. So that could be interesting. I hope we could have a glimpse of that this weekend. Of course, I will talk about all the announcements from Build. So if you are not, there to watch, or you're just not interested in watching, but just having a wrap up, we'll have wrap up videos of pretty much every interesting announcement of Build this week. So that's going to be interesting to check for. So I'm wondering, what kind of interesting effects. I know there were a few things that were talked about, some 3D effects, other kind of lifestyles that kind of pop up to notify you about certain things. It's going to be interesting to see what they can do with this, because right now lifestyles are kind of interesting, but they do lack some features that could make them even better. So that maybe we'll have more news about that this week. There was a Windows 10 Insider preview last Friday, in case that you didn't know. So 14.295 is out, and you can of course install it if you are a insider to Windows 10. On my part, unable to install 14.295 right now, but I will still make a video this afternoon because of the basically lack of new features in this version. But I was totally unable to install 14.295. It just crashed. So I guess I'll just wait for the next insider preview probably to really have a go at a new build of Windows 10. But it's not a big problem. If you have a problem like me of unable to install this build, don't worry. There's nothing new compared to the last one, so you're not missing out on anything. And Build Conference, once again, the most important keynote for those that are interested in watching the event live will happen on Wednesday, March 30th. It will be at 8:30 a.m. Pacific time. That's 11:30 a.m. Eastern time, North America. If you're in Europe, that would be something like 15:30 UTC. So check that out if you're interested. I will be watching the full keynote and examining what the announcement will be. And of course, if you haven't seen it, just watch my videos. I will be wrapping up a video about what the major interesting news of that keynote on Wednesday, which will be the most important for consumers basically, and what they will talk about. OneDrive is about to get a universal app, and they are getting more and more leaked out. A lot of pictures of the universal app are leaked out. And what that promises to Windows 10 users is a much easier access to OneDrive, a much better access to OneDrive, less problems, and of course, easier backup. So that's going to be interesting to see, because right now, although OneDrive's interesting and I use it, it is kind of broken and it does need some fixing, that's for sure. So it's going to be interesting to see if they can fix OneDrive with the Universal App Platform coming up. And finally, in our last bits of news, the dangers of the internet still there. A new ransomware called Petya, P-E-T-Y-A, is actually going on the web. Once again, be careful what you do on the web. The number one security, a lot of people say, oh, I use an ad block, I use antivirus, I can't get infected. That's not at all true. And if you think that, you are really, you don't know what security is on a PC. The number one security is you and what you do and what you click. And basically this one is different from others because not only does it encrypt files, but you get this very nice little screen at boot up because it actually modifies also the Windows boot process. So you get this little image that says press any key, and there you are greeted eventually to a nice window that says, oh, you will owe me $500 or $300 because all your files are encrypted and there's nothing you can do about it. And this one is different because it encrypts pretty much everything instead of just the regular files. And it doesn't, also the other difference is it doesn't give you access to your PC. You're basically stuck with this screen, where the other ransomware, usually you still have access to Windows, but you don't have access to your files. So that's going to be interesting to see how it goes on, but be careful out there. It's very, very important that you be careful of what you do on your computer to not get infected with these. So this was basically the tech news update for Monday, March the 28th, 2016. If you enjoy my videos, want to subscribe to my channel, you'll be informed when new videos are online. If you have any comments, questions, suggestions, anything you want to know, let us know and we'll try to help you if we can. Thank you for watching, and please send us your comments.